This week on Jamaica Now, shock and outrage as laptops vanish in robbery at fraud-hit SSL. States of emergency imposed in 6 police divisions. Tufton dissolves UHWI board over levels of dysfunctionality, and consumers advised to brace for disruptions in domestic food supplies. I'm Neville Graham, and this is Jamaica Now. A laptop used by the Chief Financial Officer at Stocks and Securities Limited, SSL, was among the 5 such computers reportedly stolen Wednesday night from the fraud-hit investment firm's Hope Road offices. Security personnel at King Alarm reportedly responded to 3 separate triggers at SSL late Wednesday before a breach of the building was discovered early Thursday morning. A kitchen window was discovered opened. Opposition spokesman on finance Julian Robinson called for a high-level probe into the reported break-in.
The People's National Party is deeply concerned and shocked at reports of a break-in and theft of computers at Stocks and Securities Limited. Just yesterday, we were told that the scale and the size of the fraud is much larger than originally thought. And today, to hear that thieves were able to get into SSL and to take potential evidence which could be used to get those persons who are responsible for this fraud to justice. We're calling on the JCF at the highest level to institute a probe to determine how these people got into the office and what was actually taken, and to ensure that the office is secure and all other evidence which is critical to ensuring that the major perpetrators of the fraud are brought to justice. This is a shocking development which is of concern to every Jamaican who wants to ensure that those big players are held accountable for their actions in this fraud that took place.
The multi-billion-dollar fraud and irregularities uncovered at SSL in January have ballooned past US $30 million or 4.7 billion Jamaican dollars, with more than 200 accounts impacted. Track and field legend Usain Bolt is among the victims. The Financial Investigation Division, FID, shared the update in a statement on Wednesday, while noting that the investigation, which began in January, is still ongoing. However, the FID said that despite numerous appeals and direct communication, it has only received 23 official statements from affected individuals and entities. Former SSL client relationship manager Jean Ann Panton is facing a 21-count indictment after being charged with forgery, larceny as a servant, and engaging in a transaction involving criminal property. The government has imposed states of public emergency, SOEs, in the parishes of St. James, Hanover, Westmoreland, St. Catherine and Clarendon, and the St. Andrew South Police Division in response to high criminal activity. The 14-day security measure began at 12:01 a.m. on Friday. A statement from the Office of the Prime Minister, OPM, indicated that between January 1 and December 5, the St. Andrew South Police Division produced the second highest number of murders across all police divisions, with a total of 113 homicides. It was further stated that the St. Catherine North Police Division produced the 4th highest number of murders, with 109 homicides, among all police divisions. The Clarendon and St. Catherine South Police Divisions recorded the 5th and 6th highest number of murders. For Western parishes, the OPM said St. James continued to have the highest number of murders across all police divisions, with a total of 173 homicides recorded between January 1 and December 5. The Board of Management of the University Hospital of the West Indies, UHWI, has been dissolved amid what Minister of Health, Dr. Christopher Tufton, has described as a clash of personalities and dysfunctionality. The action followed the resignation of the chairman of the board, Wayne Chai Chung, and his deputy, Dr. Andre Foote. Tufton said the resignation of the board chairman came after a series of discussions on the strategic direction of the hospital and deliberations on the way forward for critical projects, which he said Chai Chung noted he was unable to lead. He said the decision to dissolve the board was taken following a meeting with its members to discuss the way forward.
We got bogged down with a number of issues that involved, personalities and so on, which became a distraction from some of the critical issues that needed to be done, to be addressed. And I wasn't convinced that we were making enough progress to dealing with resolving those issues, or at least being able to function with those issues in the mix.
The meeting also reportedly agreed that key strategic actions would need to be taken to realign the institution. Included in these actions are the recruitment and appointment of a new chief executive officer and the reinstitution of a new board. Residents were sent scampering on Tuesday as heavily armed men fired indiscriminately inside the Michael Manley Market in the war-torn East Kingston community of Dunkirk. A man identified as Tyson was killed and 6 others, including a 1-year-old boy, was shot and injured in the grisly attack which occurred at about 12:50 p.m. Residents were in shock, questioning the motive behind such an attack at a popular food spot. Since the start of the year, Dunkirk has been rocked by several multiple death incidents. The community was placed under a 48-hour curfew following Tuesday's incident. Consumers have been advised to brace for disruptions in domestic food supplies, especially for vegetables, as a result of the impact of heavy rains from potential tropical cyclone 22 in November. Minister of Agriculture Floyd Green gave the warning while speaking in the House of Representatives on Tuesday.
In the short term, members, as you can expect, we do anticipate that there will be disruption to our food supply, Mr. Speaker, especially on our vegetable lines. The reality is that our vegetable farmers started the year in drought and would have finished the year in extensive floods. And as such, we do expect that there will be a downturn in supply, which often gives rise to increase in prices.
Green said the total estimated loss by the agriculture sector amounted to over $270 million. He said the worst-hit areas, including Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine and St. Thomas, experienced significant agricultural losses. Green said a flood recovery response program has been initiated to address the immediate needs of farmers and restore the affected areas. As part of that, the government is providing $157 million to help farmers. Firebrand politician Damion Crawford on Sunday night launched a scathing attack on the husband and wife team of Daryl and Ann-Marie Vaz, while vowing he will have revenge for his defeat in the 2019 election in East Portland. He acknowledged that he had not been to East Portland since losing to Ann-Marie Vaz. However, he said he had to be there on Sunday for the presentation of the PNP caretaker for East Portland, Doreen Campbell, and the caretaker for West Portland, Conin Bell.
I had to be here tonight for 2 reasons. The first is that I need revenge for what has happened in East Portland. And it's all right, because I recognize that I am the biggest achievement that the Vaz and the Vaz has ever had. And everywhere they go, they say we beat Damion, we beat Damion, we beat Damion. But little did they know that I sent 2 of my Karachi soldiers to go train and say, I shall revenge the master. The first student that shall revenge the master was my actual driver in the election. So I could not have been absent. Colin, now that them want to take our song to say, them father behind, driver, don't stop at all. But the second student
Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro on Tuesday ordered the country's state-owned companies to immediately begin to explore and exploit the oil and gas and mines in the Guyana's Essequibo region, which Venezuela claims as its own. The announcement came a day after Maduro got the victory he sought in a weekend referendum on whether to claim sovereignty over the region. Venezuela has long argued that the oil and mineral-rich territory was stolen from them when the border with present-day Guyana was drawn more than a century ago. Guyana has denounced the referendum as a pretext to annex the land. It had appealed to the International Court of Justice, the United Nations top court, which on Friday ordered Venezuela not to take any action to change the status quo until the panel can rule on the two countries' competing claims, which could take years. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. Follow us on X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner, and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. Like this video on our YouTube page, turn on your notification, and subscribe today. I'm Neville Graham, and before we go, Alicia Fowler, a blind and partially deaf mother of 4, is seeking assistance as Christmas nears.
I need some assistance. Because through me kind of live up on the road with me, well, me have, as I say, my mother have 4. They're too big now, but them 2 are go to school without fathers, and we don't really have much help.
How old are the younger ones?
One is 11 and one is 15.
15. So they live here with you?
Yes, but they are going to school, and sometimes, like when we do go downtown and we juice them, they like them friends and laugh after them, and so they don't really want to carry me around, you know. So we just have to depend on God and the help.
So are you currently unemployed now?
Yes, from I get gunshot. I remember the bullet hit out the ball, come to the left ear, so it's just one ear I'm hearing out of and I'm blind. So it just kind of rough. Sometimes I have to just cry to God, you know. Sometimes even when they ask me for money and we just can't assist them sometimes. They have to go without. I just try my best just to make them just not feel bad and look down.
Your children?